It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you, the 21st cohort of the Accenture-XLRI HR Academy. In my long career in HR, this is one of the most special programs of my life. You're starting your careers today at a particularly interesting moment. I see this moment as being defined by three fundamental challenges that face our profession. The first is a challenge of definition. We all grew up in a milieu where HR served a human workforce, but today you are entering a workforce which is human and agentic, the parameters and rules of which are not yet defined. The second is a challenge of relevance. We all learned HR as a series of processes: the recruiting process, the onboarding process, the performance or the rewards process. But AI is now going to take over most of those processes. So the question is, how will HR create value in the future? And the third challenge is a challenge of capacity. More than any time in the past, we see a workforce that is faced with far more mental health problems like depression, anxiety, burnout that need to be addressed more actively within the workplace. So how are these challenges to be addressed? The challenge of definition and relevance can only be addressed through interdisciplinary collaboration. What that means is HR can't solve this alone. So as you start your careers, learn to quickly collaborate with all other parts of the business. Just become one with the business. The challenge of capacity calls upon you to pay attention to your own capacity. A healthy brain resides in a healthy body, and a healthy body seeks connection, and each of us is here for a distinct and unique purpose. Learn to nurture that every day. And also know that work is a big part of you, but it is not your identity. In the years ahead, you're going to have good years and bad years. You're going to have great feedback and hard feedback. Just remember that all of it is something you have to learn from, but it does not define you. When you do that, when you have a rich, fulfilling life, you bring the best of yourself to your work. So let me tell you the story of the HR Academy in India. Today you have entered Accenture as a big established organization in the country, but it always wasn't so. Back in 2005, in early stages of our growth, we came to a realization that the country simply wasn't producing enough HR professionals to be able to drive our growth. So we partnered with XLRI to create the HR Academy with three primary objectives. First, we wanted to create a net new pool of talent for the country. Second, we wanted to reduce the gap between academia and the corporate world, and hence this work-study program. And third, we wanted to produce the next generation of globally relevant HR professionals. In the 20 years of its existence, the HR Academy has created more than 600 HR professionals that have risen both in Accenture and many other organizations, and today you will find alumni all over the world. That's the institution that you have entered today. And if you're wondering who I am and why I'm talking to you, I was privileged as Accenture India's first HR director to help create, along with a group of very talented and dedicated leaders, the Accenture-XLRI HR Academy. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome you today and to wish you wonderful careers in HR and very meaningful and fulfilling lives in which not only do I hope that you become the best versions of yourselves as professionals, but you also help redefine our profession itself. Thank you so much, and I wish you the very best.